2-in-1. Welcome to another video from Cardboard East. My name is Jay. I play board games from Asia and share what I find with all of you. Today we're going to talk about my PAX Unplugged and Tokyo Game Market haul. Now, why am I doing both of those hauls together? Well, that's because I met all of my mules, or the people who went to Tokyo Game Market instead of me, picked up some games. They all came to PAX Unplugged, and I was able to meet up with them and do my trade. So I'm really excited to share all these games here for you. This is going to be the next month or so, maybe 2 months of my content. So let's get started. Now we're going to start off with the best. This scarf is probably my favorite thing I got at PAX Unplugged. I just love it. And it's so cold now. So cold. But I know this is Cardboard East, but bear with me. I'm going to do a little bit of Cardboard West. So some games that I got from the West at PAX Unplugged were the Dune Imperium Bloodlines expansion. Ooh, favorite book, favorite IP, favorite game of Dune. Actually, I like Dune 1979 more than Dune Imperium Uprising, but Dune Imperium Uprising is so good. I'm setting aside time tomorrow to play a nice little solo game, and I'm going to just have a nice quiet time to myself. Woo, looking forward to that. I also picked up The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, the trick-taking game. Did I say that right? No, just too many thus. The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, trick-taking game. I think they could have added one more the, just to make it more the. But I'm really excited about this game. This is solo, and also a campaign, and the artwork is gorgeous, to say the least. There was always a huge line every morning for this, and I grabbed it day one because I didn't want it to sell out without me grabbing some ring action. Cargo Empire. Now, this game came in the mail. I didn't pick it up at PAX. I did meet some Tokyo Game Market mules there. This came in the mail, and thank you, Mo Ideas Game Design, for another brilliant game. Now, this was on Kickstarter many moons ago, and this is a deliver game. It's not a pick up and deliver game because everything that you need to pick up is already on the board. You're just delivering it to places. Wild, I know. But this I really enjoyed. This has a nice little ticket to ride level of approachability, and you're just playing cards, moving cargo from point A to point B. It's been a while since I talked about Mo Ideas Game Design, and I'm looking forward to do a nice deep dive on that publisher because some of the games lately have just been knocking out of the park. This one in particular, this is a great production. I was able to open it up and look inside. I still have the prototype up there, which I have played, but this final version, it looks really nice. Golpher. This is also from the West, Cardboard West, so I do apologize for not mentioning this earlier. This is like Golpher Golf. This is a trick-taking golf game, which is just absolutely wild. And I have like this little measuring thing where you're measuring your little ball that goes almost here, and you're making a course of cards. You're making a golf course with cards. So I find that really fascinating. And I'm looking forward to getting this to the table and trying this out. Now, all Cardboard East. I do apologize for that last minute West in there. Ooh, this one is Manekinecollection. I'm not entirely sure, but it's by Reiner Knizia. This is from Studio Mundi. This had a lot of hullabaloo at the recent Tokyo Game Market autumn. This is a game about cats, and I never really understood why people just have this crazy obsession with cats. Now, I mean, like I mean, I like things too, but like cats is like this whole other level. I just don't get it. But this is very cute. Production is really nice. This has some sort of set collection thing. I haven't played it yet, but the only problem I have with this, and if you are interested in getting this game, please be very careful. There are magnets for these boards, and the magnets are stronger than the material surrounding the magnets. So the magnets will tear through the components. This is an absolute nightmare. I have to use some tape and some super glue to fix this, and I was just literally just punching it out. So the magnets are very strong and will rip through things. So just be delicate with your copy, because I was not delicate with mine. Ooh, this is Heim. At least I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is a long-awaited expansion for Gardo. Now, if you don't know anything about Gardo, Gardo is one of my top 100 games from Japan. I really do need to update that list because so many games have come out. But I'm going to pop this in here, and I'm looking forward to trying the expansion out with this game. If you're unfamiliar with this, do check out that video. This is like this nice little area control with tile laying and a little bit of math. Not too much, but just a little bit. Mole Poker. Now, this is the end of the trilogy of Cat Poker, again, with the cats. Dog Poker, I do understand love of dogs. And now we have Mole Poker, which is a game about creating poker hands, which is odd because dog poker is about poker hands, mole poker is about poker hands, but cat poker, not so much. But I am looking forward to this. Mob Plus gets a free pass for all their games. I'm always going to check out their games because Nana is, let's face it, one of the best card games ever made. So I'm always going to try another Mob Plus game. Gear. Now, Gear is the third of Takashi Saito's games that he did open, which was a really interesting shedding game about bidding on who you think is going to go out first. Then there was Loop, which is a mind-blowing shedding game where the hands stay the same and you bid on the hand so that you could play with that hand. Mind-blowing. You switch chairs in that game. And now Gear came out, and so everyone's super excited about Gear. This is a trick-taking game where you're bidding on hands, and it's interesting. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I did read through the rules, and I have a game scheduled for next week with a lot of these games. So I'm looking forward to playing this and reporting what I find. Bubblegum. Now, Bubblegum is a two-player trick-taking game about blowing bubbles with bubblegum. The whole idea is you want to get the bubble as big as you can before it pops. Now, this is a cooperative trick-taking game. I haven't read the rules yet for this, but it's very, very cute, and I definitely am looking forward to trying it out. Kabuki Tricks comes from Singapore. Now, I did get a chance to play this last month. I played someone else's copy, and this is a really fascinating game. You are bidding, and you have like these characters in this Kabuki theater, and they're moving forward, and you're trying to make a bid with... I need to play it again. I need to play it more often because it's not fresh in my memory because all these trick-taking games kind of overlap. But I do remember I was very impressed with this, more so than a lot of other trick-taking games. So I'm really looking forward to this. This is from Good Spirit Games. I do know Jeffrey. Jeffrey's a really cool guy, very nice guy. And I'm really looking forward to trying this and reporting on how I feel about Kabuki Tricks. So the artwork is super cute, and it has a Shiba in it. A Shiba. Oh, Call of Yeti. Now it's not Call of the Yeti or a Yeti, but I don't know what it is about definite pronouns. But I don't know. Call of Yeti is just there. This is an interesting trick-taking game. I've read the rules, but I haven't played it yet. But essentially, you're taking cards out of your hand and you're placing them face down, and that's your bid. So you're bidding on if you're going to get 3 tricks or 4 tricks. But you take like 4 cards out of your hand. In addition to that, the cards you take out need to match the UMA, the unidentified monster matching the monster like the Yeti or the Chupacabra. If you can match it with the trick that you take, then you get even more points. So it's a really interesting game. I'm looking forward to trying it. This, again, is going to be played next week, where I'm meeting up with a whole bunch of people and playing another trick-taking game. So I'm really looking forward to that. Slaughter the Dragon. Ha! Now, this came out earlier this year at Tokyo Game Market Spring, but it was just a prototype. This is the final form, and I gotta say, the rules are a lot nicer. Just a little bit nicer. Not a lot. A little bit nicer. It's a brutal hearts variant where it's a trick avoidance. And you're trying to avoid cards of the purple suit, but man, oh man, the points you get are like, if you get the purple 10, then you get 10 points. It's brutal. Absolutely brutal. You get 12, you get 12 points. Points are bad. So and if you shoot the moon and you successfully shoot the moon, well then, oh, you have so many negative points that I don't see how anyone else can catch up to you. It's like GG at that moment. But the artwork is fantastic on this one. He's definitely done a good job with upgrading the artwork, because before it was just one art with all the different suits, and now each suit has different art. So I am looking forward to trying this out, where it is a little bit softer, not as brutally mean, but I love hearts a lot, so I'm looking forward to trying this out. Next up is Trickarus. I thought it was Trickarus, but then I realized it's Icarus, so therefore it's Trickarus. Trickarus is a really interesting trick-taking game. And again, I haven't played this yet. I've just read the rules. And the cards are, I don't know, double-sided, double-edged. So you have a light side, and then you have a dark side. So when the sun's up, you use this side. When the moon's up, you use the other side. And when does it switch? Well, anytime any player plays a 5, it'll switch. And it can even switch mid-trick. So you could think that you're going to win the trick, but then someone plays a 5, haha, something else happens. But that's not the most interesting part about this game. The interesting part about this game is that there's a score track that goes all the way from like 0 to I think 9, and then the sun. And then every time you get a trick, meaning score a point, you move up the score track. But if there are players in your way, you will leapfrog over them to the first empty spot. Really interesting. The extra layer is that if you ever get to the sun, you'll bump down to the first lowest spot, I think below everyone else. And then that triggers the end game. So whoever's at the very top at the end of the round, when that gets triggered, when someone burns into the sky, then the game will end. And I find that really fascinating about how you're gaining points and then avoiding points. So I'm really looking forward to trying this game out. I think that scoring mechanism is pretty fascinating. I just love this scarf. Gotta get rid of this tag though. So I am the marketing manager of Baske Games, and I run Cardboard East. So when there is a trick-taking deduction game about werewolves, I cannot not buy it. Now, I have read the rules, and most of these games do have English rules, which is brilliant, by the way. And I have read the rules, but the scoring is really, well, I'm not excited about it. But I am going to play it just to give it a try. The one thing that I thought was really interesting was that you have a werewolf, you have a seer, you have some thieves, but naturally you would think that everyone gets a roll card, and then you shuffle up the roll cards and you deal them out. No, 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 no. You take the roll cards, shove them into the deck, shuffle it, and then you deal it out. So you could have one person be all the rolls, which is absolutely wild to me. And then it does this scoring with multiplication, which is a red flag for me, because if it's a simple card game like these are, you really shouldn't have multiplication. I'm not scared of math. I'm just saying that to keep the game approachable, multiplication is a little weird. It's a little heavy for scoring. Maybe I'm alone in that. Comment below, let me know. But I am interested in trying this. Utsuke. Now, I did play this game, although I did play it slightly incorrectly. This was probably my favorite game that I played at PAX Unplugged. I got to play this with a lot of content creators. I got to play this with Jeff from Fossil Meeple. I got to play this with Jenna from Board Game Garden. I got to play this with Sam from Lord of the Board. And I also got to play with some other dude we found on the street who was absolutely hilarious. I laughed so hard playing this game. This is Utsuke, where you are playing a game against the Emperor. And the Emperor has like this bot hand that's face up that everyone can see. Now, you are bidding on not how many tricks you win, you're bidding on how many tricks you think the Emperor is going to win. And I do find that really interesting. I'm not a big fan of the scoring because I think the game can go a little too long. Like I think 3 rounds is the most I want to play with this game. 2 rounds seems about right, but 3 rounds is a bit much after that. So I'll post a variant on how I want probably how I will play with the scoring. So that way the game is kind of guaranteed to end at 3 rounds. But I really enjoyed this game. And when I taught it to everyone at the table, I skimmed through the rules, and at the bottom of one of the rule pages is this thing where if the Emperor wins a trick, you're supposed to congratulate them. And this isn't an official rules. It's just in italics on the very bottom. And so I just made it an official rule when I was teaching the games. Like, you have to clap your hands. You go, oh, well done, Emperor. Very good. Yes, yes. And I got the whole table to do that. And I thought it was hilarious. And everyone else thought it was hilarious. Everyone's having a great time. And then later on, Jenna from the board game ground is talking to Kovre and about this game. It's like, oh, I had such a great time with Jay. He was really funny. And like, he taught us this game. We all had to clap. And Ilya just saw right through me. He's like, I think Jay was lying about that clapping game. And he was right. But not really. I wasn't lying outright. I just, it's in the spirit of the game, and it made the game stand out. So, but that game was absolutely hilarious. I had a fantastic time, and I'm really looking forward to trying this again. Once properly, and then once with my variant to see if I like it more. And I probably will like it more with my variant because it's me. Baske Trite 2-on-2. I think I said that correctly. This is a basketball game, and it's a team game, and it's 2-on-2 game about trick taking. And it's about basketball, which I think is so fascinating. Now, I'm not the biggest sports fan at all, but I do like sports in games, especially with weird mechanics that are very abstract, like trick taking. So it's all about scoring tricks and then shooting. You have to shoot the ball, and maybe you make it, maybe you don't. I find that really interesting. And I'm looking forward to trying this. This will be in that next week game where I'll be playing this and reporting to you what I think about this game. Next is Demonuki. Demonuki. Now, this came in the mail. This will be an upcoming Kickstarter, and I'll be doing an overview of this. This is a continuation in the series of the other game. Oh, I forgot its name, but you're basically flipping cards and flicking meeples in a bar fight, like a fantasy bar fight. I had a lot of fun with that game, and it was very silly fun. But this is one I'm looking forward to trying out and reporting to you what I think. Petir. That's another game from Leo, and this is a really cute trick-taking game. His animals look super adorable, and I know nothing about this game. I know it's about lightning striking animals? Maybe not. That'd be kind of horrific. But the artwork is really cute. I'm looking forward to getting this to the table. This, again, will also be on that epic day of playing lots of trick-taking games. English. I can speak English. But I'm really looking forward to this. Woo! Tricq Shot! Now, I play a lot of pool back in the day. Billiards, if you're one of those people who say that. In fact, my older brother was a pool shark for one point in his life. And I'm really looking forward to trying this game out. Now, I did read the rules, and it's pretty interesting. Like, you have to bid on whether or not you're going to collect more stripe balls or solid balls. This makes sense if you played billiards. And this is a variant of the 8-ball, not 9-ball. And it's really interesting. I'm really curious to try it. You're collecting sets of billiard balls, and you're either getting like solids or you're getting stripes. And the twist is that if you get solid, well, then every solid ball you get will be a point, and every stripe ball you get is a negative point. And it's going to be pretty obvious who's going for what, and then you could sabotage other people. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. I wish it was a 2v2 variant, because that just makes a lot of sense to have a 2v2 variant with a billiards theme. How could you not love the scarf? Dig and Collect is the newest solo game from Jugami Games. Now, this is a cute little game. They have a lot of solo games, and I haven't gotten to them yet. I mean, I have played them, but I haven't reported on them yet. And I'm looking for enough solo games to just make a nice little list of solo games for you. This is about collecting dinosaur bones, which I think is absolutely fascinating. Can't wait to get this one to the table. I'll probably squeeze it in tonight if I can. Banana Boy versus Uni Cone. Not Unicorn, Uni Cone. Yes, Uni Cone. I know nothing about this game. This is supposed to be like a nice, fun, silly game. This comes from Exist Games. Charles makes a lot of really solid games, and I'm really looking forward to trying this one out. Also from Exist Games, X First Games. Did I say X First? He does a weird thing where the 1 is the I. So X First Games. I apologize, Charles. This is his new game, Sky Towers, and the artwork is really gorgeous. You are laying cards on top of other cards, building something. I don't know. I haven't even read the rules yet. Just got it, but it has kaiju on top of towers, and if it has kaiju on top of towers, I'm in all the way. Tatsuka Chuo has a trick-taking game, and oh yes, I'm here for it. Tornei, which I think is French for tournament. Now, this is a jousting game, and so I'm really looking forward to this. And I love the artwork on here. I'm very curious. I haven't even had a chance to read the rules yet, but the rules are in English, so I'm very, very excited about that. Now, if you don't know Tatsuko Chuo, he has done some of the best games that I played from Japan. He's done Ostia, he's done Sweetlands, and I did a whole video about his games. So if you haven't heard anything about him, play his games because they're awesome. Ooh, this is a dream come true. This is a fan-made expansion for Remember Our Trip from Sashi and Sashi. This was done by Marceline. I apologize if I said your name incorrectly, but she did one with New York and I believe London. Yes, London Bridge. Statue of Liberty. I'm American, I promise. But I'm really looking forward to trying this out. The rules are online, but she made these boards and gave them to me, and I can't wait. I can't wait to play it again. Because for the longest time, it's only been Kyoto and Singapore, but now it's New York and London. And this game should have dozens more cities expanded to it because really, it's a really, really, really good game. Buffet Boss! Buffet Boss comes from Origame. This was picked up by Arcane Wonders, and this is the Arcane Wonders version. They did only change a few things, like the font, but this is a dexterity game where you're picking up vegetables and you're stacking them up as high as you can. Now, one of the things, and I will show you this, yes, they kept it, was that they have this little chart here showing you how high you can make your stack, and I think it's really, really cute that it's on the box itself. I think if you get up to, like, it's still hungry, full, very full, food coma, and buffet boss, which is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So this is a nice approachable family game, but I do like dexterity games, and so I'm looking forward to getting this one to the table soon. Deep Sea Mines. Now, this is one of many games whose artwork was done by Sai Bapu, but apparently it's Deep Sea and it's mines. It is trick-taking, and it is an auction mechanic. So I'm really curious to see how those two mechanics blend together. And the artwork on this looks fantastic. She just always does great work. So I'm looking forward to this one, and this one has been getting a little bit of buzz from the Japanese community. Master Sinseh comes from Origame all the way in Singapore. Now, I did pick this up. This is about Chinese medicine, and I think it's even really more fascinating that Daryl Chow works with a professional doctor from Chinese medicine to make sure that the theme matched the mechanics of the game. Didn't have to do that, but he did, and it's here. And they're both doctors, which is wild, because Daryl Chow has a PhD in linguistics, I think. That's why the dude can speak, like, I don't know, like 5 million languages. Like, just seriously. No, he speaks a lot of languages. And he designs games, so I'm really curious to try this out, and it looks really interesting. Also from Origame is 13 Animals, and the artwork is also done by Sai Beppu. The great and glorious Sai Beppu. Now, I don't know anything about this game. I know there are 13 animals in it. It may or may not have to deal with the Zodiac, but the animals are all adorable. Really stinking adorable. I believe it's a set collection game, but I'm really looking forward to trying this out because Daryl Chow does great work, and Sai Beppu does great work as well. I picked this up at the Origame Sashi and Sashi booth at PAX, which was so full, and I absolutely loved how people would go to the booth, come visit me at the Bezier booth, and just share what they thought about their booth and how much fun it was to actually meet Sashi for the first time and meet Takako for the first time. So this is an absolute delight picking this up because I didn't know that either of these games would be there, and I finally have a chance to pick them up and play them. So, Daryl, I'm super excited to play your new games. Next up is a Hisashi Hayashi game called Merchant of Goldfish. Jin no, that's weird. I can't really combine Chinese and Japanese together, but this means goldfish and with. So, I don't know. It's a shedding game. This is a shedding game. And what's really fascinating is that there's a market of cards out there. So I could play like a 14 for my hand, and then I trade the 14 into the market, and then I can make change. So I can get like, I don't know, like 7 2s into my hand. Why would I want so many 2s? Well, this game is all about like making bigger and bigger melds. So 2 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, 5 of a kind, 6 of a kind, 7 of a kind. So, and you're gonna need that when you're big numbered cards. So I think it's a really interesting approach. I haven't played it yet, but Hisashi Hayashi makes great games like Yokohama. So I'm super excited to give this a try. Woo! Next up is Livemix. Now, a wonderful, amazing friend of mine picked this up and just gifted it to me. I was more than happy to pay, but they just gifted it to me, and I'm really excited to try it. This is a trick-taking game about J-pop idols. How could you not love this game? So I'm really curious to try this out. People that have played this over this year have told me that they really enjoyed this game. And so I am looking forward to trying it out and getting it to the table. Now, a game that I was really excited about, and I don't know why. I do know why. Because I like cubes on boards. And there are even Instagram accounts with like, the name is like Cube Games, or just cubes on a board. And like, I look at all those pictures and they're just cubes on a board. I'm like, yes, please. I am down. And that is the not so big, but average size Kahuna. And it looks really, really cool. It is just cubes on a board, and you have an asymmetrical power with these character cards, and you're playing them and moving cubes and trying to gain like an area control. And I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. I can't wait to translate this. This, unfortunately, doesn't come with an English rulebook, so I will have to translate it, but it shouldn't be too difficult, and I'm really looking forward to getting this to the table because it looks really cool, like really cool. And that is my PAX Unplugged and Tokyo Game Market haul. If you like what you hear and you want to see more, please like this video and subscribe. If you want to help the channel grow even more, please consider joining our Patreon. Once again, my name's Jay. I play board games from Asia and share what I find with all of you. I'll see you in the next video.